Sometimes the worst thing about school isn't the annoying teachers, or the detentions, or the school assemblies, or the annoying school groups that strut around the school premises with the sole purpose of winding up the rest of us. The worst thing about school is using those god-awful Chromebooks to access websites like IXL. IXL is that kind of platform that loves to talk about is saving education, while making actual students feel like they are being ground into dust by a machine that mistakes punishment for learning. It brags about curiosity, confidence, growth, motivation, and quote-unquote the emotional side of learning, but then it hands kids a smart school system that feels less like encouragement and more like psychological warfare, where one tiny mistake can wipe out ages of progress and turn 40 minutes of effort into pure rage, tears, and hopelessness. That's the core of what is so infuriating about IXL. It says all the right things on their website and then delivers the exact opposite. It claims to build confidence, yet so many students describe stress, panic, even crying, even anger, and even feeling stupid after using it. It claims to support unique learners, yet neurodivergent kids, like kids with ADHD, autism, or dyslexia, and anxiety, seem to get hit the hardest by a rigid system that does not care why they got something wrong, only that they did. It claims to help kids learn, but half of the time, it does not actually teach anything first. It just throws questions at them, give confusion wars or explanation after the fact, and then act shocked when students give up, Google the answers, or use AI to escape their assignments. It turns homework into a never-ending time sink where the finish line keeps moving, where a formatting slip can cause huge chunks of progress, and where productive struggle becomes endless, soul-sucking repetition, and where children start associating learning itself with stress and humiliation. And meanwhile, teachers may love the data dashboards and diagnostics, but that just makes the whole thing feel worse, because the adults get the neat charts and save time while the kids get the tears, the meltdowns, the broken Chromebooks, and the crushed self-esteem, and the feeling that one wrong answer means they are not smart. This is why people hate IXL so much, not because schoolwork is supposed to be easy, but because IXL feels like a platform built to extract compliance instead of inspire understanding, is to produce numbers instead of knowledge, and to preach compassion while running a system that many students experience as exhausting, demoralizing, and flat out cruel. The next one I dislike the most is Sparx Maths. Sparx Maths is the ultimate dystopian embodiment of the collective failures of 21st century humanity. Torture definitely exists at school, and I can tell you it's through Sparx Maths. Literally no one in school likes this website. It literally has a 1-star rated on Trustpilot, and there were literally petitions to end this website for good because of the amount of stress this abysmal website has caused to millions of students in Britain. I honestly think Sparx Maths was designed to trap British students in an endless cycle of homework stress. I swear Sparx Maths is less of a homework tool and more of a full-time job you never signed up for. The whole 100 completion thing is actually a tripe. Like, it sounds reasonable until you realize you can't just understand the topic and move on. You have to grind question after question until the system is satisfied. You'll be sitting there for ages stuck on one last question and reading it over and over till thy kingdom come until you get it right. Like, at this point, it's not even helping you learn anymore. It's just forcing you to be perfect. So now you have to write every step neatly like you're submitting a handwritten dissertation. Then you have to upload it and hope it passes the check. Like he's doing the homework twice for no reason. Such a waste of time. The videos are supposed to help, but honestly they don't. Half of the time they either explain it in the most confusing way possible, or they don't explain the actual question you need help on. And the narrators all sound sleep deprived. They themselves hated making those Sparx videos. It feels like you're teaching yourself with zero rule support, which makes the whole thing even more frustrating. And miss one homework or don't hit that magical 100% and suddenly you're stuck into catch-up sessions. It doesn't matter if you didn't understand it or you needed help, you still get punished anyway. Instead of building confidence, it just makes you dread opening the website because you already know you're about to spend hours stuck in a loop of repeating questions and stressing about your bookwork or trying to not get punished for being perfect, and by the end of it all, you don't feel smarter, you just feel completely drained. That's why it's morally correct to cheat on Sparx Maths. That's how bad it is. Last but not least, Extra Math. Extra Math feels like a strange digital punishment chamber that never ends. Every time you open it, we feel like you have been summoned by the ghost of multiplication tables past. The screen loads with that fake cheerful energy that somehow makes everything worse. It acts like it is helping you, but really is just counting down the seconds until you embarrass yourself. And then there is Mr. C, who stands there with his perfectly shiny bald head reflecting the light like a warning beacon of incoming stress. He watches all the room like a moth guardian who has seen too many wrong answers and has lost all trust in humanity. I swear his head gleams brighter every time someone hesitates on 7 times 8. It is like the reflection is powered by disappointment and confusion or something. Their time at tits like it is powered by pure anxiety, and Mr. C somehow knows when you panic, even if he is across the room. You start second-guessing numbers you have known your entire life. Suddenly 2 times 3 feels like a philosophical question. You miss one question and suddenly it feels like you've disappointed both mathematics and Mr. C at the same time. He doesn't even have to say anything because the silence is worse than any lecture. He can feel the judgment radiating off his head like a spotlight of shame. By the time you finish, you're not better at maths. You are deeply aware of Mr. C and his powerful, bold presence judging your entire existence, and somehow next day you have to do it all over again. Like it's a never-ending loop of numbers and glare. Anyways, cool, this is a new type of video talking about educational platforms and all of that. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you get it to 5,000 likes for me, please. That's a big favor I'm asking you. Thank you guys for watching if you reached it to the end.